We're back. We're back with a brand new track. Posted things on TikTok. Sequencing and how they relate to sorting. Let's get right into it. Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What? My energy too raw.
Oh.
Raw like paper. I'ma roll it up. All I need is just a little love.
Whoa, whoa, what?
What?
What was that? What's that?
That's a song I made in
How are you-
2018.
How are you bending lines and stuff? Did you see that? Metamorphosis and
Focus.
that.
So, sequencing first. In the previous stream, we spoke about how the internet is just a vast pool of information.
Mm-hmm.
And Google tries to sequence or order that kind of information to make it easier to sift through it and to make the valuable things more accessible, because they're not all equal, and they're definitely not equal to everyone, and definitely not equal to everyone at the same time in their life, based on what they're focusing on. And there are two things that I would like to ask from users, and that's sequencing and sorting. And this is the idea of, usually you have a social media, right? And users create the content and other users watch the content. But this storing of information requires a server, and that server costs money. So in between the user created content, they sandwich a cheeky little advert, and that advert pays for the server.
Or they sell your data. Yeah.
Yeah, let's not get into that because we both don't believe in that, and it kind of upsets me. But that's definitely true. They do also sell your data. But often, even if they don't necessarily sell your data in the sense of, here's the data, they use the data to curate adverts that have a higher conversion rate, which is also a kind of way of selling your data indirectly, even if it's not directly giving them access to your data.
They're using your data rather than giving it to third parties. Yeah.
So this is the way that all tech companies operate in terms of social media. Now, I was thinking, this is what happens, except that. What is happening here? What is the value of this? Why are people paying money for this forced advertising? It's because even if another user goes, I made a thing, I'm happy about it. But I'm sad because no one's looking at it. I have some money, so I'll pay this money so that someone can see my advert and make me happy. Or convert me from sad to happy. And so that's where this notion of sequencing came from. We can ask things of our communities. We can say, listen, Mike, you spent a lot of time here and you seem to really like the community. If you'd like to take another step to help, but you don't have to pay money or anything like that, just once a week we'll show you three bits of content, and you just put them in order of first, second, and third. And if we have enough users doing that, we'll create some kind of hierarchies. We'll create some kind of sequence, some kind of perspective. Sequences can also be who came first, right? Was it this user that came up with the dance first, and then this user, and then this user, or was it this user and that user? And so the idea is users sort through the user-created data to help with discovery, as opposed to having to incorporate money to facilitate that discovery. Sequencing is also a fundamental thing that we do.
But it's not to... So money isn't used to help with discovery. Sorting and sequencing are there to improve both the user and the creator's experience.
Yes.
Right? Money hasn't... storing and money are related, but sorting, sequencing,
But why
and
is
money
someone
aren't.
paying money for advertising?
But the sort of people that you would ask to pay versus the people who are creatives. Creatives don't pay to have their stuff.
They do.
Most
On TikTok.
Most creators don't.
On TikTok, I see, because you can do your boosting, right? You can do the boosting of your TikToks, can't you, where you pay and then you get it on. I see people. I got one 2 days ago. It was like a kid playing a song in front of his dad, and it just said, "Should I drop it?" And it was an advert. It was a TikTok that he's boosted.
Most
so he's
don't
trying to get discovery.
I feel like most
And
people
we're
don't
taking
know.
it from the creator's perspective.
Yeah.
Right? So like the fact that, but even if you look at Coca-Cola, like sure they're doing it for like now a large kind of meta reason of like brand recognition and maintaining and improving goodwill. But if you have like a local beer, they need to discovery. You know, if you know, the samosa lady, she's gonna, you know, she might want some discovery.
Her name is Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's
Or is it
brown though.
Elizabeth?
No, Elizabeth. She's named after the Queen.
What?
Yeah.
She needs to get rid of that first, mate.
Why? She loves her name.
Does she love the Queen? Mashallah.
She
Okay.
She doesn't need to love the Queen.
Okay. Big up Elizabeth. Right? It would make sense that of all her budget in terms of kitchen, in terms of local outreach, in terms of organic things, we take a small percentage of that and we use it for discovery. Flyers or Facebook ad or da-da-da-da. That's why I think of that. Sure, if you look at the pie and you look at how much is like goodwill and all this kind of things from large companies, I'm sure a lot of it is just that. But in the essence, from like user communities, creatives, it's discovery.
Okay.
And so the things that I'm asking for people to do is, we don't need to involve money. We don't need to. Right? That's the thing you realize with Swap Shop. You can have a product, and just by adding money, now you have this kind of zero sum thing of like you're losing money, and now you're like,
it
oh,
warps
it warps it.
Yeah.
But there is useful things to it. So if we just do something that other users that no one's really asked really before, is you asking something from the user other than just consuming content.
Yeah.
Sequencing and sorting, that can then provide value and create that feedback loop.
Okay.
Secondly, sequencing also is an abstract thing that happens within ourselves, within the human experience. You have an experience here and you sequence it, right? First I woke up, then I woke up again when Mario called me, then I woke up again when Mario knocked on the front door, and then I had a shower. There's a sequence to that, to those events. And then I'm not like too sure the difference between these two, but the idea would be sorting would be kind of the weighting that you put on those.
All buckets in my head. Okay. Sorting is a sequencing seems to be ordering.
Yeah.
And sorting can be that, but the way we're doing it is, or it's more like you've got 3 buckets. What would you put this into?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
that's sorting, whereas this is sequencing.
And we could do it just like the match game. No, not exactly like it, but similar to the match game that your mum likes to play. You know, you just have a bunch of things and you just kind of drag them, and then at the end it's like, you group this faster than 95% of the population. Well done. See you next week.
You can gamify it.
Right, and that's the gamification of it. Instead of it's a chore in a sense, but you've at least made it a bit more palatable by gamifying it. I mean, that's basically it.
Yep. Yeah, that's sequencing and sorting.
So sequencing is an innate thing that we use, a kind of abstract principle that we use to explain human experience. It involves in narratives. It involves in which also
it's
involves
so
in
intuitive to us.
It's intuitive to us.
Everyone.
It's a core thing of logic.
Right? Sequencing.
Like a sequential argument. If A is B and B is C, then A is B. A is C. And there's a use case for it when we have these added layers on top of social media.
It'll come back. Sequencing and sorting will definitely rear its beautiful head again. But I think that's basically it for now.
Fantastic. Yeah, we're blasting through these. Uh-oh. Okay. is lower than the recommended bitrate. Okay.
Why?
We recommend you, what user bitrate of that? 45. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, remember that number, 45 kbs. All right.
4500.
Yeah. Bye. Okay. And let's